This is the most desperate way to die on Earth. In this desert, known as the land of death, the surface temperature has already exceeded 70 degrees Celsius. No creature can survive in such an extreme environment, unless it has special abilities. When the first ray of sunshine climbs over the dunes of the Sahara Desert, the creatures on the ground are already preparing for shelter. Just past 10 in the morning, the surface temperature has broken through 60 degrees Celsius. Lizards quickly bury themselves in the sand. Beetles are scrambling in the dunes. Almost all life is fleeing the scorching sun. Only two small figures emerge from underground burrows. They are Saharan silver ants and heat-loving ants, the sun-defying creatures of this desert. The higher the temperature, the more excited they get, as if the scorching sun isn't a deadly threat, but a horn awakening the instinct to survive. Sahara silver ants have the special ability to reflect sunlight. Their bodies are covered with fine, shiny hairs. Each hair can reflect sunlight, as if wrapping the body in a silver, heat-insulating layer. It can keep the deadly sunlight out, buying them precious time to forage. Hot ants rely on their long legs to support their bodies, lifting their abdomens off the scorching sand. This small act can lower their body temperature by 10 degrees. But even with these special abilities, the scorching heat of the sand still penetrates their tissues, raising their body temperature constantly. They must keep moving quickly, and once they stop, they could be roasted alive. Their foraging target is very clear: those lives sentenced to death by high temperatures. Dangers in the desert are everywhere. The most deadly is the moose. Every few seconds of crawling, the silver ants will stop. Their antennae will tremble towards the sun, adjusting their biological navigation to confirm their way home. The ground temperature at noon has already exceeded 70 degrees Celsius. Many unlucky ones have been buried on the scorching sand. Both silver ants and thermophilic ants easily find their food. A roasted beetle. This is a giant for the black ants, unable to move it with their own strength. They call on their companions for help. They pull and drag, struggling to drag the beetle toward the nest. Encountering steep sand dunes, they all push the beetle downhill together, to speed up, to save time. The temperature is really too high. Every extra second outside will be fatal. One silver ant in the team couldn't hold on any longer. It collapsed on the way. There was still nearly 70 meters to the entrance of the nest. Rescue was no longer meaningful. Worse still, the desert winds began to blow. The strong wind stirred up waves of heat and howled towards them. This, for the tiny ants, was no different than a hurricane. The wind not only made them retreat step by step, but also caused the entrance of their nest to collapse. When leading you into a desperate situation, the thermophilic ants' foraging trip is still going smoothly. They are more cautious about foraging. They have strict control over their prey. Poison buried too deep, too large in size, and also directly abandoned. When they find something suitable, they immediately use their front claws to dismember it. They divide it into small pieces and carry them away in batches. They know that more weight means more risk of being roasted to death. However, the dangers in the desert are not just the scorching sun overhead. The inconspicuous grains of sand underfoot are just as deadly. Thermophilic ants have already passed this strange cone-shaped sand pit, like small funnels scattered on the sand. Each pit hides a deadly predator at the bottom, luring insects with food. These tiny ambushes are hiding in the center of the pit. Their mandibles gleam coldly. They contain venom that can paralyze their prey. Once caught in their jaws, there's almost no chance of escape. Some ants that fell into the trap struggled desperately. They luckily managed to escape the antlions' gaze. They were about to escape from the sand pit, but they were fatally struck by the antlions' subsequent move. The antlion kept kicking up sand, creating a small avalanche. In this cone of death, the pit is hotter than a blade. The ants' bodies on the sliding sand can't get any support. Their bodies kept sliding towards the center of death. Luckily escape unharmed. Doesn't mean they are out of the woods. This thermophilic ant's luck doesn't seem to be working. Just out of the wolf's den, into the tiger's lair, he stepped into another death trap. It's a funnel web spider hidden in the sand, using spider silk to set up a trap on the ground. The moment the thermophilic ant stepped on it, it was firmly entangled by sticky silk threads. The more it struggles, the tighter it gets. The funnel web spider below sensed the vibration, began to enjoy its captured prey. Some lucky thermophilic ants didn't fall into these death traps. They struggled forward in the strong wind, bringing food into the nest continuously. And the silver ant team, in a desperate situation, after a brief moment of panic, also received support from their companions. The collapsed tunnel was quickly cleared, clearing the way for the beetle transporting secret team. When the last ant returned to the nest, the sun was still hanging over the Sahara Desert. It is both a deadly threat and the driving force of the Earth. The solar energy it delivers in an hour is more than the total energy consumption of all mankind in a year. The crisis in the desert is never the scorching sun. In the last century, the land expanded and swallowed by the Sahara Desert alone exceeds the combined area of 2 Frances. Perhaps in the near future, there will be more and more land, becoming a hunter where even ants have to struggle to survive.